What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my bookish world. I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be doing the reading resolutions tag. But first I just wanted to kind of say something. So if you didn't notice, my last video went up a little later. I usually post on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 o'clock each day. But I didn't get to upload my video yesterday because, one, I just had some stuff going on. I kind of forgot about it. But also my dog, was put down yesterday. As you may have watched in well, I did talk about it in my Christmas haul a little bit. Not knowing that this would be her week, I thought maybe she had a few more weeks left. But my dog, Maddie, was diagnosed with lymphoma right at the beginning of October, and so they kind of gave us 3 to 6 months to live without chemo because treatment, we didn't know if that would work on her, and we didn't want to see her miserable, so we just decided to forgo treatment. And she was just having a really hard time breathing, and she wasn't really getting up. She stopped eating anything, even human food. And like I said, she wasn't getting up. I think she had stayed in the same place at least for 14 hours a day. I mean, yeah. So we ended up putting her down yesterday. Luckily, my mom and I got to be there with her. I was worried because of COVID that we wouldn't be in the room with her, but we were, and our vet made us feel so much better about the timing. We didn't know if it was the right time, but they made us feel better and really helped. So we are struggling with that, but this is the end of the year, so I'm putting out my end of the year stuff and my beginning of the year stuff. But I just want to let you know if I seem a little bit low or off social media a little bit. It's just because I'm kind of dealing with that. I'm also trying to finish 2 books before 2021. Which I don't think is going to happen, considering I'm 30% through one of them and like 22% of the other through the other one, and one of them is 600 pages, so yay. But yeah, let us get into the reading resolutions tag. I've done this every year since I've been on book 2, 2017, 2018, 2019, and now 2020, going into 2021. I'm not the creator of this tag. I can't find the original, but if you find the original, tag me below. Let me know below. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first one is an author you'd like to read that you've never read before. So for this one, I'm going to go with Tiffany D. Jackson. I don't think I've read anything from her before, but I'd really like to get into her books, specifically Monday's Not Coming and Grown. Those are the 2 that I think really grabbed my attention. So I'm really excited to get into that. For number 2, a book you'd like to read. All of them. I want to get more into anti-racism books this year. I, for whatever reason, was just never able to get into them. I think just last year was so busy. So White Fragility I'm hoping to read in February. Or maybe I'll move that so I can read a black author in February. I don't know. But White Fragility I'm hoping to read this year since, I own it. And then number 3 is a classic you'd like to read. I'm not really somebody who reads classics, so I'm not going to say that I'm going to read any classics because that's just not my thing. Number 4, a book you'd like to reread. Let's see. I might reread Chain of Gold before Chain of Iron comes out, although that seems like a very big, that just seems like a lot. So I did try to start rereading the Mortal Instruments series last year. I did read City of Bones, and then because of moving and just life in general, I didn't get to finish the series, so I would maybe like to continue with that reread. With City of Ashes, specifically, especially the original trilogy, because I really don't remember much from it. Number 5, a book you've had for ages and want to read. I usually put The Handmaid's Tale on here, but I recently unhauled it because I just decided that it's not something that I really want to get into. And all the books that I have on my TBR are recent books that have either been bought or are just were Christmas presents, so I don't really have anything that, like, I've had forever that I'd like to read. I would say that I maybe want to read one of my dad's books, like The Lovely Bones, or we have, I think, a set of Grimm's fairy tales that I really like to read. Not technically, like, my books, but they are in my house, so yeah. And I guess that would be also a classic, so there we go. Number 6 is a big book you'd like to read. So for this one, I'm going to go with The Crown of Gilded Bones, or Crown of Gilded Bones, which is the third book in the From Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I'm currently reading A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and I'm not very far into it, but I'm really excited to get into that. Also Chain of Iron, which I'm sure is going to be pretty big. I think the second book in the Ninth House series by Leigh Bardugo might be coming out this year, and I want to read that for sure, so lots of books. Number 7, an author you've previously read and want to read more of. Let's see. I'd like to read more Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've only read 4 of her books so far, but I'm really excited. I want to read more of Joy Makulo. She wrote Blood, Water, Paint, and I believe she has 2 books coming out this year. One comes out in February, so I'm excited about that. Other than that, I don't really know. I'm hoping to try a lot of new authors this year as well. Number 8, a book you got for Christmas and would like to read. I should have grabbed them. I don't think I actually looked over the tag before doing this. But I got Me Too, which is a collection of essays about the Me Too movement, and I've been wanting to read that forever. So that for sure. Oh, the short stories in the Cruel Prince series, I also got that for Christmas. I really want to read that. Let's see. Number 9, a series you want to read from start to finish. I feel like most of the series that I'm currently reading, I'm in the middle of, and I'm waiting for, like, books to come out. I don't actually know if A Crown of Gilded Bones is the last book in the From Blood and Ash series. I believe there's more. I might try the Ember and the Ashes series this year. I have only read the first book, and I think I DNF'd the second book, and now that the 4th book is out, I feel like it's a good time to really binge read it, so maybe I'll get into that, but I don't really have any set series that I want to read. Number 10, a series you want to finish that you've already started. I want to finish the Trials of Apollo series. I only have the Tower of Nero left, which came out in 2020, so I'd really like to finish that this year. I have no idea when, but I'm going to finish it for sure. Number 11, do you set reading goals? If so, how many books do you want to read in 2021? So I usually set a reading goal. In the past, I've set it when I was, like, in high school. I set it for a pretty high amount. And then since I've been in college, I started setting them for 40 books just because, like, with school, I feel like it's a little bit harder. But this year it is weird because it's my last semester of school, and so in the fall I won't have to go to school. But I'll probably still set it for 40 just to, like, be sure, because, you know, hopefully I'll be getting a full-time job or just finding a job in general after I graduate in May. But yeah, it'll be 40, even though I've definitely been reading over that the last few years, but it's a good middle ground for me to set. And then number 12 is any other reading goals. And I think the only other reading goals that I have is to try to keep up with 2021 releases, because I definitely did not do that this year. But that's something that I really want to do, especially with, like, my favorite books, my favorite authors. And then I'd like to read more diversely. I definitely think I did better with this in 2020, but I'd like to do even better with it in 2021. And I'd like to read more nonfiction. I feel like I've started doing that within the last few years, and I'd really love to read more, specifically more anti-racism books, because I feel like that's something that I would really benefit from. So yeah, that's it for my reading goals. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.